Welcome to sunny Florida. We're fishing live way out in the sticks, so you don't have to. This is a test of the emergency fishing broadcasting system. If this had been an actual emergency, I would have told you to call in sick, to quit your job, and get out there and start fishing. What to use for bait and where to catch them. But this is only a test. Alright people. I got a new little itty bitty bluegill rod here that'll be fun with some big catfish if we should hook up into any of them. I don't know if we can catch it much today or not. Should be a pretty good day, I think. Sunny. I got an outgoing tide. Got a wind coming up against us. Shouldn't be too awful bad though. I've already tossed a little bit of the chum out there. Use Wonder Bread. Golly, it's good. Alright, let's take the bread and I mash it up. If you don't mash it up like this, it's not going to sink. Now I'll bust it in half. I'm going to rub the two pieces together, or I'm going to rub it around on my palm of my hand. It just makes hundreds and maybe even thousands of little tiny baits to go down through the water. Because if you don't chum, they're not going to come. Scattered everywhere. The whole fishing area. Concentrate it mostly where you're going to fish though. Alright, I've also got some fried chicken left over from yesterday that our guest star from Video Breakthrough came over and we had chicken and fishing and all kinds of stuff. Had a good time. It's just regular fried chicken. We got it at Winn-Dixie. I'm going to toss a piece out there and let it sink down to the bottom, and that'll act as chum. Alright. I'm also going to bait up with a piece of it too. Try to get you a piece that's kind of solid. Use a little bit of the skin, a little bit of the meat, some of the area where it's kind of maybe fatty or something and has a good healthy skin so the hook will stay in it. This is my new ultra super light rod. Well, this thing is wimpy. I tried it out yesterday and caught a couple channel cats on it. They weren't big, but well, they felt big on this little rod. It's got like 6 or 8 pound test line on it. Alright, so I'm using little tiny hooks. They're about as big as my thumbnail. I have so much confidence in fried chicken. I'm going to put 2 pieces on. I got 2 hooks. Yeah. Don't you hate how it gets wrapped around the tip all the time? Alright. Let's see here. Gonna cast it out there. Got 2 pieces of fried chicken from Winn-Dixie on there. Just gonna lob it out there. Wait for the line to do something funny. Ha ha ha. That's what I always say. If your line's doing something funny, go ahead and laugh at it and set the hook. It's probably a fish. Hopefully we can get something over here wanting to chew off of that main pier. Got a cold front coming in on us. Whoa, there's one. That didn't take long. That feels like maybe a bluegill. Oh, that little rod bends, don't it? Oh, yeah, that's a whopper of a bluegill. Give him 10 inchers. Hello, Jaime. Hello, Captain Drill Sergeant. Yeah, you heard the legend, huh? That you come to this boat and you get skydiving lessons. Huh? I heard it was flying lessons. No. We call them flying lessons. All right, so. I don't want to jump. I'm scared. Get out of that boat, you maggot. You want your mama? You go out there and find your mama. Drop and give me 10. 10 feet, that is. What's the magic word? Contact. There you have it. Fried chicken. This finger looking good. Put some more fried chicken on there. It's just fried chicken. She says it's nice if you can get a piece of the skin that's it's got good contact in it, but if you can keep the chicken on the hook too, the chunks of chicken, it works just as well. You'll catch catfish, reds, probably flounder and bluegills. I get eels, croakers, several different kinds of catfish. You get white cats that are a big white bullhead. Then we get channel cats, and I've got them up to 30 pounds here, right off of this here boat, fishing on my back porch fishing show. Who says you can't catch them at home? Not me. Yeah, you hear all that crap from Billy Bubba. You can't catch them at home, Bubba. I do it every day. I even got a live fishing show that says I can catch them every day off of my back porch. I like the outgoing tides the best. Oh, there's another one. Woo! These little light rods are fun. Putting up a pretty good little tussle there, isn't he? Oh, it's a hog of a bluegill. Oh, look at it bend that rod. Oh. Is that a hog or is that a hog? I should make him our drill sergeant, huh? Now he's got a lot of copper all on him, and he's got a black fin right here. Now I think that this is a shell cracker. But if anybody knows what it is, maybe they can chime in, you know, and say what it is. They're all bluegills as far as I'm concerned, but yeah, that's a pretty hefty bluegill there. You probably get 2 really good sandwiches out of this booger, and you know, feed your cats if you're a cat lady. Toss the carcass out there, and Cats munch on that. So, our new recruit. Silver fins upon his chest. He's Green Cove's best. What's the magic word? I'm scared. Contact! They've heard the legends. They go out there and they go, hey, that boat over there, it's called Cindy Mae. It's giving away free food. And if you get the lucky prize inside one, you get a ride up to the surface. They put you on TV, and then they give you flying lessons. Doesn't get much better than that, does it? You think this boat would be world famous? This is the world's greatest back porch fishing show. And pretty much anywhere I go is the world's greatest fishing hole, so you should be able to catch fish like this too. You just got to chum for them and have faith that if you chum, they will come. I mean, if they're in there. Alright, here we go. 2 pieces of fried chicken from Winn-Dixie. Any chicken works, people. I've used nuggets, I've used McNuggets, chicken nuggets, I've used burritos. I hooked up to what might have been a big catfish on burritos. And fought it for 5 minutes and then it threw the hook. Mostly because I'm just using these little itty bitty hooks, you know. Oh, there's another one. Boy, they like that fried chicken, don't they? It's another big bluegill. Alright. There he is. Oh, 10 inchers. Nice little meal for some little cat lady. Or I always have to ask this question, and you know, nobody ever wants to fess up. Are there cat men? I know there are. Alright, so Jaime, Private Jaime, I want you to jump out of this boat. No, no. Oh, come on now, be brave. Okay. What's the magic word? Contact. Oh. Sweet. The world's greatest fishing hole. Using fried chicken. Winn-Dixie. It doesn't take a big piece at all, you know. I'm going to try a bigger piece here. It's like big bait, big fish, right? Or bigger bait, bigger fish. Not always true, but most of the time it's true. Alright, so we got 3 of them so far. Every one of them just as nice as you would want it. Today I'd be fast and they be slow. Keep chumming or they'll stop coming. This is, you know, cheap fishing bait though. I mean, well, for one, we're using scraps from a meal. But the bread balls, they work just as well. They stay on the hook pretty good if you got fresh bread. I prefer white bread, but I've had good luck with the honey wheat too. There's some chum out there. Well, that tide's barely gone out. The wind must be blowing about 15 miles an hour, but the pier's blocking it. But it seems to be holding the tide from going out at any speed. It's still working though. It's getting that chum over to the main pier. Gets over to the main pier and pow! Brings them right over here. Of course, they gotta tell everybody what happened. They go out there and they go, "Hey, Cindy Mae's giving free food." Crap. There we go. Hooked him up, hooked him up. Yeah, this is the littlest bluegill I've ever caught out here. I should put that thing on one of my bigger rods and send it out there live. Believe me, there's fish in here that annihilate this thing. The only problem is where I am here, there's so many other boats and pillars and stuff around. It's kind of hard to land them. Well, he took that deep. There we go. Just a little booger. Still be, you know, in some lakes that's a big bluegill. Alright, contact! Fried chicken he took, fried chicken. It's the first one that took a top bait. But still fried chicken. Alright, 2 pieces of yummy fried chicken. I don't know how many we caught, 4 or 5. Anybody know? You can put it up there on the chat. How many did he get? I be fast and they be slow. I haven't missed a single bite yet. Every time that line went tight, I said, "Pow!" I said, "Pow!" Yeah, that line did something funny and I didn't laugh. I'm sorry. Oh, there's another one. World's greatest fishing hole. Let me buzz that drag. Little wimpy rod. Wimpy, wimpy, wimpy. He's a little bigger. Still on the small side. I'd give him 8 inches. He took the top hook with the chicken skin on it. They definitely like chicken. There's no doubt to that. Alright, so this guy's pretty brave. What's the magic word? Contact! Contact! Brrr. Yes, sir. Only on this show. I ain't even had to bait up in the last several fish. That chicken stays on the hook. Good. Fried chicken. You're not fishing with fried chicken? You hadn't seen any of my shows. Keep chumming or they'll stop coming. I use the bread to chum with because you can get more chum out of a little bitty piece of bread like this. I got at least 50, 60 pieces of chum there. Scatter it all out on the water. And my new bluegill rod I got from Wally World for $17. Kicks bluegill butt. And I just watch the line, see if it'll do something funny. Ha ha. If it's doing something funny, you go ahead and laugh and set the hook. No, don't set the hook, just kind of lift the rod up, because you'll rip it right out of their mouth. They're just bluegills. And if it's a catfish, it'll still hook up as soon as he feels the weight. He'll bury that hook. You don't need a big hook to catch a big fish. I've caught probably 15-pound catfish here with a hook the size of my thumbnail. And on the 8-pound test, on my little other rod here. This is my Berkeley Fusion saltwater rod. Got another one. Also came from Wally World for, look at him go. Got that one, I think it was like $35. Come on up here and say hi, Jaime. Hello, Jaime. Corporal Jaime. Are you a fish beret? Yes, sir. Alright. Open up. Come on. I have to send you to the dentist if you don't cooperate there. Alright, so you got, that's a sunfish with a nice little red-breasted sunfisher, I guess. Or maybe it's a female or male bluegill, I don't know. All bluegills to me. Once again, I'd probably feed a cat lady or a cat man. What's the magic word? Contact! Oh, premature ejaculation. Premature ejaculation. Premature ejaculation. Wonder if that ever happens. Any paratroopers out there, they can chime in. I hate how it gets all wrapped around the fishing rod there. Try to cast it when it's like that, you're going to get a mess. Alright. I'll be fast and maybe slow. They biting quick, aren't they? I don't know how well you can see the white rod compared to the black rod that I usually use. See if I can see it on my cell phone. Yeah, I see it. using that line to do something funny. I'm surprised I haven't caught one yet. Gee. How many we caught so far, people? Anybody know? We got to be up to like 6 or 7. And we got one of the real giants. I mean, they've all been pretty good, but one of them was tiny. Got one giant one. He's not even the true size giant ones that we get here. Probably some world records swimming under that dock there. It's a 1,000-foot pier. Used to be an old Navy dock here in Green Cove Springs. I tell you, you chum, they'll come. I mean, here's a good example of it today. I mean, the conditions are right. The tide's gone out, sun's shining. It is a cold front moving in. I don't know if that shuts them down or makes them chew, but we're getting them. How about you? Coming live, fishing out in the sticks, so you don't have to. Uh-oh, looks like it might be doing something funny. It's just the wind. It's really strong. It's coming under the pier. It's blocking a lot of it. There's boats on the other side, big boats, and it's a big pier, you know, as you could see from the side there. Just taking the bread, squeezing it to a dough ball, rub it on your hands like that. You'll get hundreds of little pieces of bait, and they'll sink too. They won't float on top of the water. Sometimes you want some of them to float on top of the water, because then you can see what kind of action you're getting as they come to the surface and start to strike the surface. But normally it'll bring birds, you know, seagulls, ducks, ravens. Got a bite. They'd be fast and I'd be slow. At least it felt like a bite. It's a pretty sensitive rod. Very light and wimpy. It's got a lot of backbone on it though. I caught like probably a 15 to 20 inch, well, I caught 2 of them, channel cats with it yesterday. Just because I wanted to try it out. It was dead low tide, slack water. But, oh, I missed them. They'd be fast and I'd be slow. That's the first one I missed all day. That wind is really holding that tide, you know, so it's barely running out. I'll tell you what, bread makes a good thing to mop up the fish spit up. You know, when they come here, bring them on board, they're wiggling around and spitting up whatever they've been eating. That piece of bread mops it right up. Throw it back out there, more chum. So if you're just tuning in, I'm using fried chicken for bait, chumming with Wonder Bread. Just keep chumming, keep them interested. Like I said, rub it all around in your hand like that, and give it a good mash to make sure that they're in little balls, and they'll sink and disperse and spread out. As long as you've got current. Even if you don't, you know, scatter it in a wide area and then concentrate your chum to where you're going to be casting to. And the wider area dispersal of your chum will bring fish, you know, from all around us. They're swimming around, milling around, and they start eating. They're going to start looking, and they'll, you know, see a commotion or feel the commotion in the water from the main hole that you're tossing the bait into, and that's where they'll concentrate. And then you can just, you know, keep throwing basically into the same spot, and you'll do pretty well, I think. So again, this is cheap bait. You know, I don't even think you can get a dozen worms for $1, and you can get bread for $1 to $2 a loaf. It could last you up to 3 fishing trips or 4 fishing trips, depending on how you're chumming, how many fish you're catching. So I started this stream up this morning. I wanted to try out my new bluegill rod. I'm liking it. I saw them when I went into Walmart. It's my guest star there yesterday from Video Breakthrough. You should all subscribe to his channel. You know, go there and check it out. He's got really cool fishing videos. He's got, you know, bass fishing and crappie fishing. And solar panels, really cool how to, you know, make electric motors for boats, all kind of cool stuff. You know, check him out, subscribe, click the bell. Don't forget to subscribe and click my bell. Ring my bell, yeah, ring my bell. Everybody remember that song? You can ring my bell. Ring my bell, people. You don't ever want to miss a single live broadcast of my fishing show, because they're entertaining for the most part, informative, and a lot of fun. You can sit there and just watch the whole show, and it's just like you're sitting in the cockpit with me or with any of our guests. Don't seem to be biting really fast today, but gosh, I've got 7, 8, or 9 of them so far. kind of lost track. The wind's definitely holding the tide back. I threw a piece of chicken out there that didn't sink, and it's been sitting there the whole time I've been live streaming. Hadn't moved a hair, not a one iota. Hey Toby. Yeah, I'm only captain when I'm on the boat. And when they call you captain, it's probably not a good thing. It's usually the Coast Guard. You're probably in trouble. No, but I am the captain of the Cindy Mae. This is my house, and I'm in charge. And I be fast and they be slow. We've got some good little paratroopers here this morning. They're definitely Green Cove's best. They all had silver fins upon their chest. They all knew the magic word, contact! They should bring your boat down here, Toby. Or you can just come on down and fish off the back. If you got a boat, there's a boat ramp about a mile up the river there. Put it in, come down here. This is fish heaven around here. There's 6 or 7 of these 1,000-foot piers that you can drive on. They're all huge, but they're private. You can't fish them unless you got a boat or you live here. I hooked a bass once, but he got away. I saw it. I saw it. Got him all the way up to the boat. Looked at me and he just let go of the hook. Got that on a crankbait. And I got a couple of crevalle jacks. They came in here chasing some bait. This is a long way from the ocean. It's got to be about 25 miles. We still get some saltwater fish in here. Get stingrays and eels and redfish, croakers, flounder. I had the same 2 pieces of chicken on there for at least 5 fish. That wind is blowing so hard on the other side of these docks. I got two docks and a bunch of big boats blocking the wind. I can see whitecaps out in the main river. It's enough to hold the current back out there. It's blowing just opposite of the current. This current should be booking out right now, you know. We should be getting 3 times the action. It's hard to throw into the wind to get the chum up near the pier there. I can cast up to it, but I guess the tide's going out fast enough to get some of the chum over there. Maybe I should put some new pieces of chicken on there for bait. We got like at least 5 fish on the same bait. Fried chicken stay on the hook. Heck yeah. I'm not using any weights, no bobbers. I just got 2 little hooks the size of your thumbnail. About a foot apart. Sometimes I'll use 3 hooks. I like to see like which kind of baits are the best, you know. We use like canned ham, and we tried some corn. Toby suggested that we try some corn. Did pretty good on it. Canned sweet corn, 79 cents a can at Winn-Dixie. There's lots of chum and lots of fun. And you can eat some too. Put some butter on it. Golly, it's good. Don't fish with nasty worms and crickets, and just don't do it. Not if you're bluegill fishing or catfishing. If you just want panfish. Now, I've never caught any crappie. You know, well, I've caught crappie. Yeah, once I caught a crappie on, I think it was a Slim Jim. But it's rare. You'll get bluegills and catfish, so occasional bass. They like to hit it as it's falling, you know. And they're in there and you're chumming. Oh, there's one. Got one, got one. What do we got? It was like a bluegill. Looks little rod. Bends. Oh, nice colorful one. One of those red-breasted jobbies. There we go. There he is. He's not super-sized. He's still 7-8 inches. And what's that, Corporal Jaime? What's that? You ready to jump? Okay. You're tired of being on TV, on live TV? You're on YouTube TV. They're watching you, man. Say hi to the folks. Hello! Contact! I still haven't changed the bait. That's gotta be 7 or 8. Let's I'm gonna put at least one new piece of bait on there. What I got here today is a chicken breast, basically. I'm just using right now the skin and little pieces of the fried batter. It stays on the hook pretty good, as you can see. I've had these on there for a good 5 or 6, 7 fish. We caught a lot more fish than that, but I'm just saying that these guys catching some fish. They are working overtime. I wonder where all the big ones are today. We got one big one. Maybe I should chum with some chicken. Tear off little bits of the breast meat. Toss it out there. Get them fired up for some fried chicken. Golly, it's good. Alright. What's everybody doing out there in fish world? Only way I can see what everybody's saying on the chat is I gotta pick up my cell phone. Yeah, that tide should be booking through there, but this is barely moving. That wind is, it's going to be a lot longer, slower tide. I like when the tide's moving though, because it kind of sweeps your bait, you know, along, and they're feeding in the current. They're pretty smart. They're not going to eat anything if it looks like it's falling funny. Ha ha. To them, ha ha is not eat it, you know. It's like, that's unnatural. They usually want a natural presentation, unless you really got them chummed up and they're really feeding, and then it doesn't matter. Oh, there's one. Woohoo! Oh, he's running some lines. Oh yeah, that's a fatter one. That guy's got some weight to him. Still not one of the giants that we're looking for, but that's a respectable fish anywhere. Uh-oh, people. Hold still, Jaime. We're going to have to go to my buddy on Clockwork Orange for the old in, out, in, out. Only a true Clockwork Orange fan knows what that means. Here we go. Open up. You know, I'm going to try to get that out with the pliers. There we go. Corporal Jaime, are you ready to jump?
Yes, sir, Captain. Aye, aye, Captain.
All right, here we go. What's the magic word?
Contact.
Yes, sir. Aye, aye, Captain. Try a piece of the chunk breast, see if we can get it stay on a hook. Oh, yeah. It's just regular chunk breast chicken meat. Still got the same piece on there. It's been on there for close to 10 fish, maybe. The wind just keeps picking up. Pretty sheltered though where I am on the finger pier. I'm off of the main pier on a floating dock. It goes up and down with the tide, which is advantageous as far as tying your boat up and keeping it from getting rubbed on things. Whereas, you know, these people that, plus they only have one point of tie, you know, that's the main pier. I've got 4 points of tie. I'm tied to the main pier too, but I'm also tied in front, and then on the side here I've got a finger pier that comes out that, you know, I get on and off the boat. We got the most sheltered spot in the marina. It's hard to get in and out of, but I've weathered 2 hurricanes here. I was on the boat both times, all night, you know, through the whole hurricane. Both times about 3 o'clock in the morning. It got pretty scary. I packed a bail bag, you know. I was getting ready to go. I was going to go up in my truck, weather it from up there, because I was getting beat in here. This thing was just shaking like a jackhammer. And, both times I decided not to go, but the last hurricane we had a couple of months ago, or was it Irma or whatever her name was, was coming from the opposite direction, and I packed a veil bag, you know, my laptop and cell phones and wallets and stuff, you know, some of the valuables, and I got ready to bail from the boat. Oh, there's one. Got ready to bail, but I couldn't get out of the boat because the wind was blowing so hard it had blown me 6 or 7 feet off the dock, and the boat was just leaning way over this way and the dock was over here. There was just no way, you know, I could get off. I couldn't even get off the boat if I wanted to. Well, that's a puny bluegill. Cute little bugger though. Boy, they like that fried chicken, don't they? Well, that thing is skinny. It's like starving, you know? Huh. Good bait size right there. A bass would annihilate that thing. Here, Mr. Bass. That almost put a hook in my hand. It's another disadvantage of fishing with two hooks. Oh. Come here, you. I hate when they swallow that hook. Yes, they do too. Alright, jump! No, he didn't say the magic word, that's why he couldn't jump.
Contact!
Oh! The guy finned me. Ouch. They got sharp fins. Don't wiggle them around like that. You're gonna get finned. Maybe it's better to use the old in out, in out. That thing tears them up though. Sometimes it'll cut your hook too when you're using these little bluegill hooks. So unless it's really deep down their throat, I'm not going to use the in out. Well, I hate when that line gets all curly-cued, wraps around the tip of your pole. If you go to cast it, you'll lose your bait. Might fly back and hit you in the face, too. Yeah, Joe bought some live shiners, Toby. He, you know, we didn't get a single thing here. I don't know if it was just the time of day or what. I only went over there once, and we had two pools rigged with live shiners. Had them on bobbers, and one of them was a planer bobber. I ran it out on the sandbar. Nothing touched them. And I was fishing with a little, you know, bluegill rod, and I was catching catfish and big bluegills as fast as I get in the water. Nothing touched the shiners. Oh, there's one. Oh, I lost him. Huh. Huh. Had him on there. You saw it. That rod went boink. Maybe I should toss some more chum out there. Got a chum or they won't come. And, you know, I've never fished here and not chum ever. So I don't know if they won't come if you don't chum, but I'm assuming that they won't. At least not in any numbers like they do, you know, on my fishing shows. When I'm chumming, they're out there usually in force. The fish parade, they're in force. These are Green Cove Spring snapper, freshwater snapper, giant bluegill. When they get that red color to them, they sure look like snapper. We've got some pulled up that, you know, their whole belly, all the way back to their tail is red, you know, their flanks are red. I swear it looked like a red snapper coming up. Big mangrove or something. Mangies. That wind's keeping a lot of slack in the line, but seems that there's enough tide that it's moving, keeping it up towards the pier. I wonder where all the big bluegills are today. Some of those 2-pound jobbies. Seagulls are circling up there overhead, but I'm mashing it down so it doesn't give them any target to zoom in on. Tell you that tide, it's not moving at all. Not at all. That's right, he is cool. I'm so cool. It's because it's cold out here. That's why I'm so cool. That's not too bad. It's probably 60 degrees, maybe 55. If you're up there in the Great White North, you'd appreciate 55 degrees right now. I'm sure it'd get up 65, 70 today, maybe. This is the world's greatest back porch fishing channel. This is the greatest back porch fishing hole. There's your greatest back porch fishing host. The hostess with the mostest. The host with the most. Out here fishing in the sticks, so you don't have to. This is a test of the emergency fishing broadcasting system. This has been an actual emergency. I told you, call in sick, sneak out from work, quit your job, where they're biting, what you can catch them on. But this is only a test. Getting a funny side current in here. It's starting to have an eddy. It's hard to keep on target where I'm tossing the chum. It tends to want to drift it up to the north. Starting to get a little bouncy in here too. Oh, there's one. Got him, people. Putting up a tussle. Oh, there's a big one. Oh yeah. Oh, oh, that's a pig. Damn, can you say oink? There's you one of those 11-inch bluegills. Kapow. This is a shell cracker, I think. He's got the little black teardrop thing there and a lot of copper on his head. Got like a copper colored head and a little black fin there on the bottom of the side of his gill. Sure, these are... Most people think you can only catch these on crickets. I've seen guys spend $100 on crickets, you know, for a weekend. Tell them, I'm like, well, I catch them on bread, canned ham, $1 canned ham, and, you know, $5 fried chicken all day long. They just laugh. You can't catch them at home, Bubba. Contact! He didn't even get the bait. Fried chicken. Golly, it's good. He was buzzing that drag. Yeah, if you're going to fish for panfish, it's always fun to use a really wimpy rod. Give them a sporting chance. And that was what we were looking for, was the big monsters here. I'm always in search of river monsters. And again, I was just watching the line that did something funny. I didn't laugh, I just lifted it up and there he was. I forgot to laugh. Yeah, it's got a lot of slack in it because the wind's blowing right against, the direction I'm fishing in. So it's got a little bow in it, and then the line just starts going out like that. It's a fish. It's doing something funny. Ha ha. A lot of times though, it'll go even slacker. That just means they're swimming up towards you. Same thing. Lift up the rod. It'll set the hook. Don't jerk it. It'll snatch it right out of their mouth. They're not as light-mouthed as crappie, but they're not as strong-mouthed as a bass or a catfish. Keep chumming, they'll keep coming. Watch your line. You do something funny or wait till your rod bows, whichever you prefer. A lot of times if you wait till your rod bows, they swallowed the hook and it's a little harder to get the hook out of their mouth. And if you're doing a catch and release like I usually do, you want them to be in good shape, fight another day. It's been a good live stream so far. I'm sure I'm over 10 fish or 11, 12. I haven't even kept count. But I wouldn't call it a slaughter, but it's a lot of fun. It's a good way to relax. Just come out here and sit on my back porch and throw a few handfuls of chum out there, and then I start fishing. You're not catching a thing, huh, Toby? You can always catch something. Oh, there's one. Gotcha. Oh, he got off right top of the water. How are they getting off of here? That's a special trained unit of commando bluegills there. They're special forces fishes. They can steal your bait. They've been trained. Jaime trained them. It's an elite squad of paratroopers, instigators as they may be. Fish beret. Contact. I haven't missed too many of them. Got those new hooks from Wally World yesterday. They're definitely helping. Went back to the real small ones. I mean, they're so small I almost didn't want to buy them, but they're real sharp and they're working real well. They're not missing much. Keep chumming, they'll keep coming. We'll give them flying lessons. Free meal, free ride, starring role on TV, flying lessons. Only on the Back Porch Fishing channel. Because we're out here fishing in the sticks live, so you don't have to. I'm going to put some new bait on here. Some chunk chicken on there. Stuff's kind of harder to keep on the hook. Chunky stuff. Yeah. This one on top hook. Oh, that's so juicy, I almost want to lick my fingers, but I got a little bit of fish crap all over my fingers, so I'm not going to do it. Get sick like that, people. These guys that are kissing fish and stuff, and fish got, you don't want to do that. Just don't kiss any fish. Jimmy Houston, don't kiss those fish, okay? Who else kisses fish out there? Is it just Jimmy Houston? Don't kiss the fish, okay? I forget what kind of diseases you can get. Chickaranga or something. Oh, that was a bite. That was quick. They like it when you bait up with fresh chicken. That grease and oil just starts to run out of there. Invades the water column. Pow. Starting to get a lot of foam in the water. It's starting to come through. They're biting. I dare you do that again, fish. Dare you. Oh, there he is. I got him. Putting up a good tussle. Got one of those big shell crackers. Look at that rod bend. Oh! Ha ha ha. You wouldn't want to eat that bad boy, huh? He's fat too. He's got some nice fat sides on him. Yes, sir. Fried chicken, ladies and gentlemen. Chumming with Wonder Bread. Fishing with fried chicken. Finger licking good. What's that?
Contact.
Speak up. I can't hear you, maggot.
I said contact, Bill Sergeant.
Jump, you maggot.
Oh.
Drop and give me 10 feet down, that is. Look at that. It's like a little chicken nugget, you know. You almost want to eat that. Eat that yourself. There. Not a single catfish so far today. All bluegills. I need to get one of those little counting clickers so that Every time I catch a fish, I can keep track of how many, because I always forget how many I got. Wonder if they still make those little things, the little plastic things. You push the button on top of it, and it's got a little clicker, rotation, number counter. Or is it all digital now? You can probably do that on your cell phone, huh? Little fish counter. Yeah, mouth disease from kissing those fish. Probably get you fish herpes or something. Alright. These. Yeah, I'm catching shell crackers, bluegills. Haven't caught any catfish yet, but you get channel cat. Yeah. Oh, there's another one. Got him. Got him, got him, got him. This is a bluegill. Straight up bluegill. Well, it's kind of weird. He's got that little black thing right there on his cheeks too, but his coloration is much different. Oh, hey, hey, hey! Ow! Premature ejaculation. Are you listening to the captain of this vessel? That's right. You hold still, Jaime. You want to go jump?
Yes, sir.
All right. Simon says,
Contact!
"Brrrr."
Ah!
Ow.
Ah!
The guy finned me. I got finned. Revenge of the fish. Fish revenge. All right. Put a big chunk on there and see what happens. That's a chunk of meat, man. What do you suppose will go for that? I wonder if it'll even stay on the hook very well. Well, that's why you fish with two baits, because you got top hook and bottom hook. One of them falls off or you get a bite, you don't have to reel it right in because there might be another fish, you know, get the other one. Man, it's bleeding. First blood, Rambo, Rambo, first blood. Definitely some paratrooping fish. Look, there he is. Got him, got him, got him. What do we got? Oh yeah, big one. Look at that rod bow. Don't you love the wimpy rods? Oh, shell cracker. You got some weight to on it. So I don't know if it's shell cracker, if it's got the... This might be a straight up bluegill. Big fat bluegill. Again, I'm using fried chicken, people. Chumming with Wonder Bread. Nice little meal there. What's the magic word?
Contact!
That same piece of chicken's getting them. Still using it. Alright. Put some of that breast meat on there again. No, I don't think it's staying on the hook very well. Try for a piece of the skin and the breading on it. That skin hooks up pretty good. It's greasy, you know, you just want to lick your fingers. So tasty. What fish wouldn't want to eat that? Man. I'm tearing them up. You chum, they will come. And if they don't, you got fried chicken to eat, right? I'm still bleeding from... I'm going to start calling them fish all Rambo. Man. I mean, they are troopers, right? They're all jumping. Rambo! I'm going to call them all Rambo instead of Jaime. Oh, I missed him. Oh, they be fast and I be slow. Fortunately, there's probably 2 baits, you know, so... Even though I haven't seen him get that chicken off the hook too much yet. Oh, there he goes. Oh, God. Oh, he's pulling drag. Rambo! Oh, he's a big one. Ahoo! And that is a fat bluegill. He just ate that. Looker. What's that?
That's a good looker.
Yeah. Probably caught 20 of them so far today. Rambo, here he is. Special Forces bluegill from Green Cove Springs. These are paratrooping bluegills. Fearless, mighty, fighting bluegills. Hey, hold still. Rambo, that's an order. You listen to the captain of this vessel. He's telling you, he's giving you an order. Hold still. Hey, I said hold still. You want to do some push-ups? Huh? It's a nice one. Alright, Rambo. What's the magic word? F you, drill sergeant! No, that's not the magic. You drop and give me some push-ups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright.
Contact!
Brrr.
Oh!
Rambo. Oh, this is a fun fishing hole. Who wouldn't want to come here and catch some fish? Yes, sir. If you chum, they will come. It's so fun fishing here. You just never want to quit. Even when the fish quit biting, you know it's only a matter of minutes, you know, until they start biting again. Tide switches, goes in the other direction, maybe an hour. They'll be chewing again. Then on the slack tide, you can keep chumming out there. You'll catch a lot of catfish. Get white bullheads and channel cat. They're just down there mowing up the chum that's on the bottom. Oh, there's one. Oh, I lost him. You really can't fight these bluegills that hard. They'll pull the hook. Maybe that's, I'm horsing them too much. I got the drag set pretty loose. Mostly because they're such big catfishes here, they'll snatch it right out of your hand. Set your rod down and it'll be gone. Whee! I lost a couple of them like that, and I've always managed to catch them with my fishing rod. At least the ones that the fish pulled out. Keep jumping. They like that fried chicken. And I sold on fried chicken. I've tried all kinds of stuff. Beef jerkies, corn, bread. I've tried the worms and crickets, pepperoni, cheese. I don't think anything will outfish the fried chicken. I really, truly don't for big bluegills. I mean, it's just got that oil and grease on it, you know, as it's falling through the water. If there's any current out there, it's like a chum slick it's creating. They just target it and they go right after it. You know, I put 3 hooks on here and different bait on each hook. And usually, but not all the time, the fried chicken will outfish all other baits 3 to 1, usually. Yeah, plus you can eat it. Are you going to eat your worms? You can buy yourself a bucket of worms. And, ooh, those things are dirty. You can't even get that black crap off your fingers when they poop on you. Just the dirt that they're in, it's all, oh, it's disgusting. They've been in there pooping and having relations with each other. I think they can have relations with themselves. I don't think that they need, you know, another worm to get it on. No, you can cut them in half, and you know they'll survive. I think they have 5 or 6 hearts. A night crawler. That's just disgusting, you know, and the crickets and stuff. I'll do that again. I dare you. Getting a weird eddy in here from that wind. Switching around a little bit, coming more from the northeast. Oh, I lost him. This rod's sensitive. I was looking the other way, a little peck on it. Boy, that whole thing just all the way down to how I'm holding it like that. It's like vibrating right there. Get. They definitely sent in the elite forces of the special forces bluegills here. They're actually getting away. You know what it might be? I've caught, probably close to 20 fish so far on the same hooks. Those hooks might be dull. That could be a reason I'm missing fish. They're still pretty sharp hooks, though. They're just so tiny. It doesn't take much to pierce those bluegills' mouth. Got one. One of the medium-sized ones. Still not a bad specimen. Definitely enough there to make a sandwich. I'll tell you what, that hook is straightened out. All that shaking those fish out, that's why I'm missing bites on it. Alright, Rambo. You ready to jump out of this boat?
Yes, sir, Captain, sir.
Jump, you maggot!
Contact!
Alright, so... Man, that hook is deformed. It's still catching them. If I can straighten it out. Yeah. There we go. See if we stop missing bites now on that hook. Surprised I caught a fish on it. It was almost straightened out all the way. Right. Two pieces of fried chicken. Down they go. Keep chumming, keep chumming. Well, I said take the bait or the bread and squeeze it into a ball and rub it on your hands and it'll make all this little chum. Toss it out there. I just put out like 50, 60 pieces of chum. Little tiny things. They're going to float down through the water. They're going to bring the plankton in and the little shrimps and stuff. That's going to bring the bluegills. Plus this the chum itself chums them up. Here they come. Ha ha! Rambo! Oh, I missed one. Still missing them. I'm sure those hooks aren't quite as sharp. Plus, when you're fishing with the bigger pieces of chicken, the bluegills will grab hold of the chicken, not realizing, of course, that they just don't have the hook in their mouth. You just got a hold of a piece of the chicken and they're swimming off with it. Chum with some chicken breast now. See if we can get them fired up again. Yeah, don't buy those worms and crickets. I'd buy minnows and shiners, you know, because you catch crappie and bass with them. You're just pan fishing for bluegills and catfish, channel cats, bullheads. Bread works fine. Fresh bread. Fried chicken works better. It's nice to have the bread to chum them up with, though. Weird boat working the water over there. I don't know what that is.